Gamification, episode number 21. This is Chou, Gamification pioneer and international keynote speaker. So I haven't made an episode for a pretty long time because I was trying to finish my book. My book, Actionable Gamification, Beyond Points, Badges, and Leaderboards, is finally published. So it's on Amazon, check it out, get it, download the Kindle version or the physical version, read it, leave a good review. That's really up to you, but a lot of people like it. But now I'm back to creating these videos again, and it's still slow. And also just a quick heads up, we're gonna be doing a premium subscription thing on my website soon. But I think I'm soon creating a few more videos, just so it's like there's a bit of forewarning. But then afterwards, probably after like episode 25-ish, we're gonna have it locked behind a walled garden, unfortunately. Just because, again, I'm doing this all for free and it's very time consuming, like you can see. And so I really needed a way to make this a little more feasible, more scalable. And I could either still do it on my free time and then wait for 20 years before I finish everything, or find a way to at least monetize a little bit and really give me the time and capacity to finish these videos, make them high quality. And of course, besides these videos, you'll also see a lot of great things beyond, which is what you'll see. And also, if you collected all the keywords, you'll have a pretty big discount too, so that you'll be able to collect all the keywords later on. Anyway, so the next few episodes, we're gonna go in detail regarding the 4 experience phases of a player's journey. Each episode will be 1 experience phase, so once you master the 8 core drives and the 4 experience phases and can combine them together, that's when you really become a master level 2 Octalysis expert. I know earlier I said, moving on to level 2, but that's just more like the video effects and the certificate. Now Octalysis is level 2 out of the 5 Octalysis levels, a lot more stringent. So anyway, most product designers treat their product as one experience, which kind of makes sense, you know, one product, one experience. But from a standpoint of motivation, it's a big mistake, because the motivation or user on your product at day 1 is very different from day 100, right? The reason why they're different, even the features they see are different. Like on day 1, even on the dashboard, right, same page, you're like, oh, what does this do? I'm supposed to upload a photo. But on day 100, you're looking at, oh, what are my friends are doing? What's my next activity? So what I do is I break down those experience phases into 4 different phases. The first phase is the discovery phase, which is how do people even discover your experience. The second phase is the onboarding, which is what are the rules and tools to teach users to play the game. Then you have the scaffolding phase, which is the regular journey where the player comes back and does the same desired actions over and over again. And it's really understanding why would people come back and do those things over and over again. And then we have the 4th phase, which is the endgame, which is how do you retain your bettors? How do you get people to come back over and over and over again, even though they've been doing that for years? Have you designed for any motivation to keep them around? Today we're going to talk about the discovery phase. Discovery phase is when you first discover a new experience, something new. Hey, look at them! The discovery phase is the reason why people even try out your experience. What is the motivation for them to give it a try? The discovery phase is all about creating differentiation. You know, what's unique about your experience compared to all the other experiences out there, right? And you want to really focus on what the user cares about, not who you are, what you do. Users don't care. They care about themselves. So imagine if there's a website, you know, there are 2 of them, A/B test, and the one says the world-leading premium mobile platform, and the other says 60% of registered users get a promotion within 4 months. Which one's interesting? Of course, most likely you're going to click the second one because you actually care about getting a promotion. You don't give a whatever about who's the leading mobile platform in the world, right? So focus on what your customers care about. So how you craft your discovery phase is also very important in terms of the feeling of people when they go into your product and your experience. So you want to make sure that you give them the context so they behave the way you want. Is it collaborative? Is it fun? Or is it serious? Is it efficient? That all has to be communicated in the discovery phase. Once they sign up to your product or your experience, that's when the discovery phase ends. So discovery phase design is very much like marketing, but instead of focusing on conversions like eyeballs and signups and registered users, the discovery phase of Octalysis figures the motivation of those numbers. What is the reason why you you sign up to the service? Is it just because of curiosity? Is it because of social influence? Is it because you're finishing a collection set? Is it because you feel like you've owned the right to do it? Or is it exclusive? Just because people sign up because you bribe them, you said, oh, if you sign up, we'll give you $1,000, doesn't mean you have active users. Doesn't mean that people are signing up for the right motivations. And that motivation carries over to the onboarding stage and the scaffolding and even the endgame phase. So this part needs to be carefully designed in terms of what is the motivation to get people to try the product out. Like sometimes, again, you could, through a reward, you can get a lot of people to sign up, and in marketing that's a success, but because that's a extrinsic motivation getting people to sign up, you need to understand that and know that you need to quickly transition to intrinsic and whatnot. So it's very important to think of marketing from a motivation standpoint, not just from a conversion standpoint. So the discovery phase of Octalysis really thinks about what among the 8 core drives motivates people to actually try out your product. Most people discover something because of a very weak force of curiosity. It's core drive 7. They say, hey, you know, I read about it on the newspaper, or I just saw it, I saw a big ad, I clicked on it. It's curiosity, and it's not very strong. So the big part of the discovery phase of Octalysis is really figuring out how to improve all the motivation core drives in all aspects to get people to really want to start, to come in with a good attitude. Good attitude. So some people stumble upon experience based on epic
meaning and calling.
For instance, you know, people say, oh, I heard Kiva.org helps the world and I want to make a difference in the world. You want to have a higher meaning. So therefore, you tried out Kiva.org. A lot of organizations these days are optimizing for core drive 5, social influence and relatedness in discovery. So they're always trying to get people to share with their friends and sign up, and that has a certain amount of power, but it has to be optimized. In the case of enterprise software, a lot of times people's discovery phase is driven by core drive 8, loss and avoidance. Oh, my boss told me to use this software. I don't want to lose my job, so I'm going to use it. Again, very powerful in bottom line and activity, but probably not the best type of motivation for long-term engagement. Dude, this plaza is pretty rated R. Sometimes the discovery phase, people try it out because of a game technique I called Rightful Heritage. So this is when people feel like they've done stuff to earn their right to log in or to earn some kind of credit when they get signed up. And because of that, they sign up. For instance, if you go to a website and it says, hey, sign up to get 3,000 points immediately, you don't really care. It's like some kind of marketing gimmick. But when you switch to, let's say you're browsing the website and it says, hey, your action has earned you 500 points. Because you are comparing prices, you know, you've earned another 500, 2,000, 3,000. And then it says, hey, you've reached the max amount of points, 3,000. Create an account to make sure you can access them next time you come in. Now you feel there's ownership over it and you feel like, hey, I rightfully earned these credits because you did all the hard work of clicking around the website. And as a result, you know, you have a much higher chance of signing up and hence converting through the discovery phase of the experience. We talked about earlier that the web app Keep, K-I-I-P, is all about the core drive 2 development accomplishment within the discovery phase, which is because you feel like you've earned your discount or coupon, hence core drive 2, you are more likely to take advantage of that coupon and go to the store and buy something a lot with it, as opposed to just getting it randomly in the mail. So the few key ways to optimize your discovery phase experience is to maximize your core drive 7 unpredictable curiosity. Get them to be curious about the experience. Try to hook them in. Focus on core drive 5 social proof, getting people to say, hey, look, we're really popular, a lot of people like us, which encourages core drive 6 scarcity and patience. You want to make the experience seem more exclusive so people want to sign up. Dangle a little bit of rewards with scarcity and patience, make them feel like it's the smartest choice to take advantage of this opportunity. And also, oftentimes, if you have some kind of extrinsic reward, the ownership and possession core drive, you can hook people in also. Remember, again, extrinsic works at the beginning to hook people in, but once people are in, you want to make sure it's intrinsic rewards. But in the discovery phase, unpredictability, ownership, possession, social influence and relatedness, and scarcity, those are really strong and getting people to jump in. Obviously, if you can implement epic meaning and calling, that's also a great reason for people to start wanting to do it. And finally, give them a little bit of the feeling that they're going to be losing something if they don't participate in the experience. So those are what I've seen work best in the discovery phase. So now that we've understood more about how to design for the discovery phase, in the next 3 episodes, we're going to cover the next 3 phases: the onboarding, the scaffolding, the endgame, and understand how do you apply the 8 core drives to those phases. This is Chou, and I will see you guys next time!